All right, I'm Bo, and this is Reptile Quest. So what do you say? We'll get started. All right, so you know, last week a nature festival ended up ruining the video that I wanted to make. I wasn't able to shoot it because yeah, there's a huge nature festival where I was going to shoot my video, and you know, there's like hundreds and hundreds of people, so that just really didn't work out. So here we are. All right, so it has been a fairly snakeless day right up until now, which we find ourselves a wee copperhead lad. Here's a little copperhead lad. How you doing here, baby boy? There we go. You can see him a little bit. Look at this little guy here. He's just, hey, how's it going? There's that little dude. And it's very cool, and that's why I can do this. My little pal here is very calm. As you can see, little copperhead, a Chistrodon contortrix. I believe it's a Chistrodon contortrix, but don't hold me to that, because it might be an eastern. But however, this guy does look like a southern to me. I believe it's a lighter coloration. Anyhow, hemotoxic venom, pain, swelling, nausea, all sorts of other horrible things, but not deadly in most cases. Anyhow, you know, it's a beautiful little chap, and what we're going to do is we are going to you know, let him go about his way, but first we're going to put his log back. So anyhow, our nice beautiful little copperhead here, and I think it goes without saying, however I will say it, do not handle these guys like I'm doing here. I've been doing it for years and years, and I've read the situation. Plus it is quite cool this morning, about 52 degrees, so he is, you know, not at his most alert state. So anyhow, I'm gonna put this guy down, and then I'm going to go ahead and you know, put his log back. So I'm gonna put him underneath his log here. Let him go about his way. Go underneath your log, buddy. There you go. Now he can go about his way. Alright, another nice large log to check. Nope. See about a hook down there. What about over here? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Let's see. Oh. This is hollow, so you gotta be careful. Oh! And down there we actually have a broad-banded water snake. Grab the hook for the heck of it, although we might not need it, but still gonna look. This guy okay? Oh yeah, he is. He's just very chill because of the cold. Oh, not anymore though, huh? Let's see. See, that's what he'll do. Turn around and take a swipe at you. Another Nerodia fasciata confluens, which I was had a lot of these on the last episode, but today we're able to find one Aha, yeah, no, I see you, Pud. By the way, if you guys ever wonder, like when I handle these guys and I get bit, the reason why is because I'm actually just sacrificing the bite for the shot. I can definitely not get bit. I can definitely not get bit by these guys. Aha! But they do try to bite a lot of times. This guy also looks like, yeah, he is in shed, so he's a bit grumpy, and then of course it's cool. We're gonna go ahead and put his log back so he can be cool and chill. But so these guys are a little bit what I would say unpredictable with their strikes, because they'll just turn around and strike sometimes. You just got to be kind of careful if you don't want to get bit. They're not horrible. They just have anticoagulant in their saliva, so you might bleed a bit, but you're okay. Anyhow, so I'm gonna get this log that he was under and try to not aggravate him too much more, and roll it back over like that. And then, I know, buddy, I know I aggravated you. No, you're not gonna go up there. I know, now you're gonna musk me, thanks. Alright, let's see if we can find anything under this log here. Put this here. We're gonna get this back. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look what we have there. Another little cozy Chistrodon contortrix. Chilled out little fellow, yeah. I'll get my hook because, well, because, you know, he's coiled up pretty tight. This beautiful little guy here. See, in this cool weather, they're quite docile. You can see his loreal pit right there between eye and the snout. That is, of course, how they sense their prey, through their heat signature, of course. They're very nice, very cool. These guys are awesome. You know, I mean, like I say, they do have hemotoxic venom, so you come across these guys in the wild, do not handle them. So I've been doing this for quite a while, but you know, that does not mean that I cannot get bitten. So you know, I am aware that for anybody who may be watching this thinking, oh, what a fool, what are you doing there? You know, like I said before, you know, this is something that is not just some random occurrence and just a random decision. This is something that I've been working at for a very long time, you know, understanding the behavior of these animals before I do it. And I don't recommend everyone, just because, like I say, you have experience does not mean you can't get bitten, so. A beautiful baby boy right there. But anyhow, you know, I figure it's about time to go ahead and put this guy's log back and let him go back to what he's doing. You know, even a pit viper's got a right to rest, right? So I don't suppose you know what I just found. And that's right, another Chistrodon contortrix. And yeah, this guy's another little baby, little youngster, if I don't say so myself, and I do. But yeah, so he's just chilling out under here. We're just gonna take a look at him. Let's see, get him just a little stretched out, perhaps. Or at least just put him on this log here so we can see him better. Just for a moment. You're alright there, pal. He's just a beautiful little guy, isn't he? Get him. Anyway, you know, like I say, come in contact with these guys a lot out here, but you know, I never get tired of them. honestly, this time of year, I don't come in contact with them as often. However, you know, we just had this untimely chill today, so you know, I'm looking out and seeing a lot of one of my favorite little pit vipers around here, the copperhead. So, you know, let's check our little pit viper pal out a little more, eh? It's a little cold for him out here though, so I'm gonna put him up just really quickly after this. So, you know, but this is pit viper number 3 today. Not bad, not bad at all. So I'll show you how we do this here, or how I do this. This is okay. So again, do absolutely not, you know, copy or mimic what you see here, because it is quite dangerous, and I do know what I'm doing, regardless of what you may feel about that. So anyhow, he's nudging his head out the way very gently, just moving his head away. There's a little pal right there, little copperhead. Like I say, this is not without danger, so do not do this at home. My little pal here is very calm because it is cold, but even at that, you know, you have to be able to read their body language here. So I'm gonna put this little pal aside, and then we're gonna go ahead and put his log back and let him go home. So it's really important to go ahead and put the log back after you're done. If you're out herping like this and, you know, you're looking for snakes and whatnot, it's very important to go ahead and, you know, put it back exactly how you found it. I mean, where the depression is on the ground where the log was, that is very important to put it right there, and the side down that was facing down to begin with, because it creates a mini little ecosystem right there. You know, it's filled with, you know, its own fungus, which attracts some insects, and then, you know, of course, some insects which attract other creatures such as frogs and lizards, which feed snakes. And also, of course, you know, something like this is also going to be a nice shelter on a day like this for a snake. So make sure that if you're out here looking for snakes, put things back the way you found them. It's the thing to do. Alrighty, so here's one of the, of course, the most common little snakes you'll find, which is a little ribbon snake. These guys are totally harmless. They're insect eaters. They only grow to be maybe, you know, 2 feet, foot and a half. And like I say, totally harmless. They eat insects, worms, things like that. Sometimes little minnows if they're, you know, near the water. In the water, obviously, not near the water, you know, for those minnows that jump out of the water. I don't know. But anyway, so that's what these guys do. And he's just a little pal. He's just a little fella right here. A little dude. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and let our little pal go back to what he's doing. Our little Thamnophis pal, you know, yeah. So ribbon snakes are of the Thamnophis family, of course, the same family as garter snakes. So that's why they look so much like them. A lot of people call them garter snakes, but they are ribbon snakes. Anyhow, I'm gonna put him back under his log. Alrighty, so let's just put our little ribbon snake pal right back. Oh, nope, going the wrong way. There you go. Right under your log. There you go, pal. Here you go. There you go, here you go. There he goes. Making sure he finds his nice little warm spot. And that's how we do it. We put them right back where we find them so that they're nice and safe away from predators and things like that, you know. Found a box turtle shell here. Nobody's home. Alright, yet another copperhead. This one's a little bit bigger than the others. We'll see what he's feeling. I mean, it's so cold that they're all pretty much going to act just generally somewhat the same most of the time. But like I say, you can't be complacent at all, even though it's just really not the temperature for them to be energetic. But like right now, I'm having to finagle them a little bit too much. So we get like this, right here, this little fellow, like this, like that. It's alright, pal. Don't have to be worried. You're alright. You're alright, my pal. Nothing to worry about. It's a beautiful little copperhead here. This one, like I say, this one's probably about a year old. Honestly, you know, from last season's baby. Probably the maybe a fall baby actually for this size. But nonetheless, quite venomous. But you know, his venom is not very commonly going to cause fatality. Most of the time, it's just going to be extreme pain and nausea and a bunch of horribleness that you definitely don't want to deal with. When I say they're not deadly, that doesn't mean that it's a good idea to go messing with them, because they're still venomous. They still have venom, and so you know, you want to be cautious and definitely don't go out there like I am and handling them, because you know, if you're just randomly picking them up, you could end up with a pretty bad surprise that puts you in the hospital. So that wouldn't be very good. But that being said, you know, I do go to quite some lengths to study the behavior of our little pals here. So, you know, that's just what I do. So anyway, I'd like to take a little closer look at this little pal. You know, and here we go. This little pal here. See him a little better whenever I'm behind this, but like I say, this is not something you want to do. But I do go to extreme lengths just to study our little pals here. That's what I do. But I don't I don't test my luck as much as you might think. You know, I mean, every year I have, you know, just hundreds of encounters with these little guys. So every time I have an encounter, I learn a little bit more. And you know, I feel really, honestly, really lucky to have these encounters, because they're just such awesome creatures. I really love the Kistrodon contortrix, and you know, I love pit vipers altogether. So, I mean, who doesn't, right? I mean, well, actually, probably a lot of people don't, but I just love them. There we are. Got him, and yes, see, I do have hooks. I am, or a hook. It's not even a professional hook. It is a it's actually a type of paint roller. But you know, it does what I need to do. You're okay. You're okay. Go ahead and get you turned around that way. All right. And there we are. Go ahead and go into there. Found a cool little spot with lots of logs over here. Looks promising. First, we're gonna start on this bad boy right here. See what we can do here. It was a lot lighter than you might have thought. Nothing underneath it though. And here's our 5th copperhead of the day. Very pretty little pal. This one's also, it's probably the largest one I've found so far, but not by a lot, you know. So let me get this little guy. Have him up a little bit so we can see him a little better. There he is. A beautiful copperhead pal. These guys are beautiful. Look at this. This one is a gorgeous copperhead, isn't he? He sure is. And even in this log, see how he really blends in pretty well. Now he's, for size reference, see, so he's probably somewhere a little over a foot. hard to tell actually off of the way that was. This guy, look at him, he's gonna try to call back under. Not yet, pal. I'm gonna turn your log back under for you, I promise. I promise I will. Let me just put you right here for just a second, okay? Now, just stay still for a second. You'll be fine. Anyway. I may not be able to find him again. Okay, here we go. So, now that we turned the log back over so that he can hide back underneath it, I'm gonna go ahead, pick him up, put him right here, make sure that he gets back underneath his log. And there we go. I can't believe that. Like, seriously. You know, I mean, usually whenever I film a flip, I get nothing, but here we are. Cool. So we have another dude right here. This is probably, say, maybe like a year old. Let's see. I have to see, because sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. They're coiled up like this. Let's see. Put you on the log here. Have a look at you. Make sure I don't have anything else a little close to me. Okay. This guy is just gorgeous. Look at this guy. Looking just lovely, isn't he? All right, so this guy is definitely the biggest guy that we found today, but you know, we're just gonna go ahead and put him back where he belongs. What do you say?